Coastal here. Today we are, well, we're trying to get ourselves a Thunder. So we're taking out our IL-8. We have a special pilot in our IL-8. And we're going to see what kind of use we can put her to. So what is a Thunder? Thunder is 400 capture points in a single sortie. Excuse me, actually, in a battle. I believe we have to win. I probably should have checked on that. But the IL-8 is a great plane for this. So this is basically a pocket IL-20. What that means is you've got two pretty darn long range cannons here that are definitely going to be doing some damage. You've got two really good bombs. You've got your 8 rockets. Speaking of rockets, I was going to drop a bomb there, but I guess I don't need to if a friendly dropped something there. Thought somebody was behind me. Too many trees. This map has too many trees. I don't know why he came over here like a moron. Yay, I got a garrison, but it's totally not the right direction to go. Oh god, what am I doing? Like, this was completely pointless. I should have gone for the center, or maybe the mining facility. Probably the mining facility. At this point, I'm so far disconnected from the entire rest of the team that that's where I want you to go. I'm going to go for the enemy mining facility. And let the chips fall where they may. I screwed this up completely right off the get-go. And I'm in a plane that doesn't go very fast at all, in case you can't tell. And so we're just really going to be relying on the enemy team to be screwing up, or our team to be doing some heavy lifting. We've got a P-51K on our team. On the enemy team, there's an F-4U-1 and an F-4U-4. Two pretty solid planes, in my humble opinion. But I should be able to outcap them, I'd like to think. So one thing that this plane does lack, as good as it is overall, is its ability to attack other aircraft, actually. So things like that 265 in front of me, even an IL-10, can be very good at taking out enemy aircraft. Simply because of the way that the guns work. These cannons are incredibly inaccurate, and yeah, so it would just be really honestly a waste of my time to try to justify having those do anything. So we're going to drop some rockets here, use our cannons to get the remaining portions. We've got one bomb still, so let's go ahead and use that bomb. Might as well just use it here. Even though my cannons are going to tear this stuff up pretty well, let's drop a bomb and tear everything up very, very well. There we go. That's already dead. So, can I try to shoot him? No, guess not. I'm out of my no engine needed apparently. We're just going to float around at some sort of ridiculously slow speed. Oh goody, thank you engine. So let's go ahead and dive down into this ravine, this river, and move along to the center. And we'll make a decision after we either capture that or die, what we're gonna do. If I capture this and we still haven't captured this, but it doesn't even look like we're getting close to it, I'll move to the mining facility. It kind of looks like we're getting to that. So I'll probably go here and then down to this garrison. We'll make that decision though. You know, once it becomes relevant. As of right now, we need to focus on getting this particular sector. Hell, they might capture that mining facility that we just left, and we might have to turn back around and go there, so who knows. There's a lot going on at the center here. And so we just want to get some capture points, right? We want to get some of these targets knocked out. Ooh. Easy squeezy here. Go. I would like to get rid of the anti-aircraft just to get rid of it. Nope, didn't quite. Oh, I did. Good. Hey, excellent. Trap a couple rockets just because ain't nobody got time for this. I probably turned the wrong way, to be honest, but that's okay. I mean, it'll have to be okay. I don't really have a choice. Let's go ahead here. We can try to get this radio tower. Oh, actually, I need to get this. That one's going to be the pain. And now we can drop a bomb. And we shall turn. We keep losing planes as quickly as we're taking out sections. So this is kind of getting annoying, we should say. Definitely getting annoying, we should say. I know these trees are not helping my situation, right? I think did I miss this completely? It certainly looks like it. We're going to be running out of HP in just a second here, as my kitten keeps attacking me. Thank you, cat. Not that that was your fault. Just was not able to get the center captured there. We still haven't gotten the mining facility up north, so considering all the defense that they've got down there, we're just gonna have to skip that, go to the mining facility and head south. This P-51K is kind of on its own there. I mean, it just can't do anything against pilots that don't want to leave a sector, right? Not that I can blame them. You know, that's the viable section to be at, but at some point, I'd like to hope that them just hanging on to the center is going to backfire. Considering we've had a mining facility now for a little while, and we're about to get flipped. We're up on points just because the mining facility is worth so much more than all the other sectors. Why my cat feels the need to be on my lap right now, not overly helpful. Alright, unfortunately now we've lost a garrison even. Let's see if we can get this mining facility.
That's it. There's no way to break through for you now. You're on your own.
Alright. Some gunfire in here. So we probably could even help the center. I'm gonna just drop a bomb here. Should be enough with as much as I've weakened the... There we go. I'm gonna drop a bomb here. As well. There we go. Excellent. That's gonna set us up for some success, clearly. At this point, I'm not gonna go to the center because that's just where those pilots have stayed the entirety of the game. I don't see them changing their tact. They still haven't gotten this mining facility out of our hands, and so considering they're just, you know, going down the list here and killing all the pilots, my job right now is just stay alive. Gotta stay alive, and that way our team can hopefully win.
We've lost the plant. Try to reclaim it as soon as
That's what I get for sipping on coffee. Watch out for the birds. Watch out for the birds. Ah, birds. Anyway, there's a strong chance we're going to lose this. We are up by 150 points right now, but we are down 4 sectors to 1. Luckily, our 1 sector is a mining facility. If we hold on to it for another minute, we're going to do pretty darn well for ourselves. But in the meantime, we still need to get a Thunderer. We certainly can't rely on the rest of our team, as they've proven. And so we need to capture this sector. This will help us win the game, and it'll also help me get a Thunderer, which is always nice. So let's rocket. Go. Frickin' trees, man. Frickin' trees. Alright, so I've got my bomb back. That's how long it's been since we've actually been in a sector. So let's go ahead and get the old F7 so that way we can get somebody to hopefully be behind us. Got the Thunderer, got Flying Exterminator. Pull up for the love of Bob. Rockets should definitely... Oh, hello, sir. You're gonna let me kill you to capture the sector? Thank you. This is not going to be good. See if I can't. Nope. Is he gonna let me? Yes. Okay.
Hang in there. The main thing now is to retain the initiative.
If I can just kill everybody. See if I can't bomb drop somebody here. Get some help, maybe. We freaking lost anyway. That stinks. Bunch of stink.
You've done what you could. Go back to base.
I literally did what I could. I'm not sure there was much more I could do in that kind of situation other than recognizing earlier on that they were just camping the center, and there's not a lot you can do when you're the only ground attacker in the center versus a bunch of heavies and multi-rolls and fighters. That would have been the only thing that could have saved me in that situation. So I should have recognized that quicker. Again, you can't control your team, but you can control yourself. Let's head back. You know, I take it back. I completely forgot. I screwed this all up right from the get-go, didn't I? I went for that garrison to start the game like some sort of moron and completely set my team up for failure. I should have gone for the mining facility or the command center in the very beginning. And then from there, we would have had a lot more flexibility. Instead, what I did is I got a goddamn garrison. And then had to spend so much time, like, flying around doing nothing for a little while. So, yeah, this one was completely on me. I had a good game. Got the thunder I was looking for. So we've completed stage 1. But again, this is just one of those situations where, yeah, I can definitely put this on me. It's because, again, and not to take anything away from these guys, but they didn't do anything over the top crazy to win that battle. We had a chance to win, and I just failed. I'm really pretty disappointed in myself there. But we're working closer to specialization on this plane. We have also completed the stage 1, so now we're on to stage 2, and we're going to be continuing this stage as well. 500,000 damage to ground targets in any number of battles. I mean, that can be done pretty quickly. This was a tier 7 battle, right? And I was still able to do 57,000. I know I can get above 100,000 in some tier 10 planes, whether they be bombers or ground attackers. And so maybe we'll take and do some videos on that. Anyway, so this is the IL-8, an absolutely outstanding tier 7 Soviet ground attacker. There's actually 2 of them, and they're very, very different planes, to be honest. Well, I say very, very, like that's 100% accurate. They are different, though, that's for sure. The IL-8 really is a flying tank at tier 7. You have two 45mm long-range cannons, some kind of useless 30 cal machine guns. Your rear gunner is quite strong. 2 great bombs, 8 good rockets. Combination of the rockets and the guns and the bombs really going to tear up everything on the ground, right? You got no flexibility as far as your maneuverability is concerned. Your life and death depends on your armor and your hit points and your ability to flip the sector so you can get defense aircraft up. The quicker you flip a sector, quicker the friendlies will be helping you rather than you having to deal with all the enemies, right? That's the IL-8. A great, super tanky tier 7 ground attacker. The IL-10 is a lot more subtle. You have 4 23mm cannons on here. So yeah, 2 of your cannons are smaller than the nice 45mm cannons, but then 2 of your cannons are bigger than the poor 30 cal machine guns. Overall, actual ground damage, the IL-8 is going to be doing more. It's just the way that the cannons work. They're much longer range 45mm cannons. The IL-10, though, actually has a little bit of maneuverability. It's got less armor, a little bit more speed. It's funny how, you know, the same nation Same basic premise to the planes, but they actually fly quite differently. The IL-10 is a little bit more comparable to a multi-role. It's got that flexibility, a little bit more maneuverability. The airspeed, you're not going to really notice a huge difference in, but that's the consistency of the guns. You can actually take out enemy aircraft pretty easily in an IL-10. You might not be able to flip the sector as quickly because the guns aren't that strong versus the ground, or not as strong as 45mm cannons, I should say. They're very strong, but the 45mm cannons on the IL-8 are incredibly strong and just completely tear up the ground, as you saw. Two great ground attackers, though. I love them both. To be honest, the IL-10 is really the first ground attacker I ever enjoyed. Just in the game in general, it opened up my eyes to what a ground attacker could do. And the IL-8 is an incredibly strong air-to-ground attacker. Just absolutely excellent. You saw what I was able to do there. The rear gunner is really good on this particular plane as well. I don't remember it being as good on the IL-10, but I mean, I could look here really quick, and it could be the exact same freaking gun for all I know. 20mm, 120, 20 EN. Wrong freaking plane. It is a different rear gunner, isn't it? Same damage per second. So you're not going to notice a huge difference in that. I just feel like the IL-8 really hits hard with the rear gunner, but what do I know? Seems to hit harder. Maybe it's just because you can sit there and take the shots a little bit better than you can in an IL-10. The IL-8 definitely has, just more survivability than the other Tier 7 ground attackers, German or Soviet. So anyway, I really enjoy this particular plane, and I've got to recommend it, both this and the IL-10 for that matter. This whole line is very good at Tier 7 and above, very good at doing ground damage, really flipping sectors, being a thorn in the side of your enemy. Key is going to be, avoiding detection a lot of times, and having friends around you to keep the mosquitoes off your butt. If you're able to stay alive, there's not a lot that the enemy team can do, because you're just going to flip sectors. They've got to prioritize you as a human in an IL-8, or else you're going to flip that sector. It's just what's going to happen. You've got too many rockets, too many bombs, too many guns, too much ground damage dealing to be left alone. And even with me screwing up in this battle, if I was left alone, if I didn't die in the center there, we would have won this battle, right? And that's with me making a huge mistake in the beginning. And so that just goes to show you what the IL-8 can do. I highly recommend this particular plane. Now do keep in mind I have a special pilot. This is Fallen Angel's girlfriend, Marina. She gives me some extra boosts here. So universal skills instead of she has supernova. So the damage caused by the bomb radius and the blast radius is not 10%, it's actually 15% with this pilot. Now this would go for any plane, obviously, but I've got her on my IL-8. Really strong combination. So that's supernova. The other option here is Femme Fatale, special pilot skill. You're going to be setting ground targets on fire and hitting unarmored sections of ground target. You're just going to be setting those things on fire. That's excellent because fire is one of those things in this game that is undervalued in my opinion. So a lot of people deride the 50 cal machine guns that are in the game, especially if you're higher tier American fighters where that's what you've got while everybody else is roaming around there with cannons. Setting fires does a hell of a lot of damage, right? Especially if you can set 2 fires, because if they've put out the first one, the second one's going to just burn them out. So the damage per second doesn't say everything when it comes to your overall damage output. Setting fires on planes, setting fires on buildings in this situation, buildings will burn until they're dead. The fire never gets put out. So once you've set a building on fire, you can leave that building alone, and it will eventually pop. You can focus on, getting some other targets knocked out. And as such, this kind of focus is really, really good. You want to have this focus with any of your pilots and in ground attackers. If you're setting a ground on fire, ignore that and move along, because you know you're going to get the full damage from that, and you're going to help getting that particular section of the sector knocked out. So keep that in mind. If you get the chance, if you're great with or enjoy flying ground attackers, Soviet ground attackers specifically, you can take the time to get this pilot here. If you ever have it available as something that you're going to be able to get for free, I'll make sure to post another video on that, because she's definitely well worth it. Wow, it looks like we've got some sort of supply crate. What do we get a supply crate for? Is this a daily? Please hold. Alright, so that's the IL-8 with Marina. Just an absolutely excellent plane. I forgot to mention, I built mine for survivability on the airframe. On the forward-firing weapon, I've actually put on reinforced bulk carrier. I want to try to get the 45mm cannon to continue firing for a little while longer. I'm not sure it's the best option here, but I don't really know what would be the best option, considering you're firing at the ground, so like worrying about accuracy is not a big deal. But long gun barrels might be a really good option as well, getting that extra distance on the cannons. I'm fine right now with the reinforced ball carriers, but it doesn't mean it's not something I'm going to change in the future. As far as consumables are concerned, I've done first aid dressing. This could very well easily be put in as a fire extinguisher. I can't tell you last time I got set on fire though, so that's why I don't have that. I've also got improved fragmentation, just because I've got them lying around. Actually, I don't have them lying around anymore, but to me it's worth the money. 6,000 credits, and you increase your damage output. My overall damage output is now at 25% boosted because of Marina and the 10% from this. That's pretty significant, right? So, yeah. Anything that's going to help your damage output on the ground is going to be a good thing, in my opinion. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this particular video of me losing while getting a Thunderer. I would love to hear your opinion on this plane specifically, and the Soviet ground attackers in general. Is that something that you enjoy? Are you down at tier 5 and hating life? Keep moving on up. Whether you get the IL-10 or the IL-8, you're going to like it, and it just gets better going up. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me today, and I hope you have a great day. Bye.